Hi kids! Today we're going to talk about atoms. I'm sure you remember what's an atom. If this was a piece of iron and these round circles that you would draw would be considered the iron atoms. But are atoms really just round circles? Or are they circles filled with something? Atoms are definitely not just empty circles. They are filled with what we call subatomic particles. And today we're going to learn what these subatomic particles are and how they arrange themselves. So what are the three subatomic particles? The three subatomic particles are known as protons, neutrons, and electrons. An atom is already very small. So can you imagine how small something within an atom is? So even though they are so small, they still contain a certain amount of mass. We call these mass relative mass. The relative mass of a proton is 1 and the relative mass of a neutron is 1. Meaning that the mass of one proton is equal to the mass of one neutron, regardless how small it is. Now an electron is even smaller. So an electron only has a mass of 1/1840 compared to a proton or a neutron. Meaning that the mass of an electron is so small, it's almost negligible. Now, if I were to write protons, neutrons, electrons in full names all the time, it would take a long time. So what we do is we use symbols. The symbol for a proton is a small p, the symbol for a neutron is a small n, and the symbol for electron is a small e with a negative written next to it. Even though protons, neutrons, and electrons are so small, they still have relative mass, and they also have relative charge. Relative charge means whether it is charged positive, negative, or neutral. Now, every single proton has a charge of positive 1. You can't just write positive, you have to write positive 1. A neutron is neutral, or we can write it as 0. And every single electron has a relative charge of negative 1. So inside an atom is filled with these subatomic particles, and they arrange themselves a certain way.